Welcome back to Street Moto Z. I want to talk today about why I chose a 2023 Ninja 650. I enjoy this motorcycle. I think it was the right choice for me. You'll hear some people online down talking this motorcycle. It's usually because they're really focused on the track or they're focused on dirt. This motorcycle is built for the road. That's why it's Street Moto Z. The street is built for the street. And what's nice about it is it's got a good comfortable seat. The handlebars aren't down low where I have to bend over the tank to reach them like they would be on a track bike. This is called a sport touring motorcycle. So when your legs fit like a sport rider, but it's a touring, meaning the handlebars are up higher. It doesn't have a huge windshield. It has more of a sport windshield. So it's more comfortable for riding. I do a lot of 1 or 2 hour trips to visit friends, and this is good for those trips. Instead of getting on a true sport track bike, I would be pretty worn out by the end of that 2 hour trip. I looked at and sat on quite a few motorcycles. I sat on a Honda Shadow 500, and that felt nice. I really like that Honda. I see where a lot of people ride those and they upgrade somewhat quickly, but I think that motorcycle would really last a good while. You might eventually outgrow it and want to get something with a little bit more muscle, something that can boogie on the interstate without, you know, having to stress the motor as much. And this motorcycle, it's a 650. It gets up to about 5,000 RPM on the interstate doing 70, and it redlines at 10, so it's about half the distance of the tack. It doesn't have a ton of muscle for the interstate, but it will just get up and go and pass. It'll do everything I need it to do right now. The 0 to 60 on this bike is under 4 seconds. It will just get up and go. It's got in the 60s torque and in the 60s horsepower. I think if you got a 4-cylinder engine, this is a 2-cylinder. 4-cylinder, you would end up with more horsepower, a little bit less torque, and the 4-cylinder would be a bit aggressive and maybe a little bit too much of a bike for a beginner. I'm a beginner, so I wanted to go with a 2-stroke. That's another reason I picked the 650. Another nice thing about a smaller cubic centimeter inch engine is, I hear about this, I don't know if it's true, but it probably is the smaller the engine, the less the insurance. If you get 1,000, insurance is a little bit higher. 650, it's not too bad. I also sat on more of a chopper type bike, and where you sit back and your feet are forward and your arms are forward, and it's okay. But the chopper that I sat on, I mean, my feet were way forward and arms were way forward, and I just didn't like that. I like my feet planted under me and more of a traditional motorcycle sitting position in a chopper or a cruiser. Also, I tried out a couple dirt bikes just to see how they feel, and they just, you know, weren't real practical because I don't ride on dirt at all. I just ride in the street. I think there's one track near here, not too far, and I don't have any plans to go out to the track and ride at the moment. Maybe one day I will, and then my interests will change. But right now, the Ninja 650 is doing everything I need it to do. I like it. It's got some spiciness. It is a spicy motorcycle, but not too spicy. I went to some of the different stores that were selling motorcycles, and I wanted to look at an MT-07 and, you know, some other bikes like that. I found one MT-07, and the store put on an aftermarket exhaust and a couple little things, and they said the price of that was like $14,000 to $16,000, and I thought, they're crazy. That's way above the recommended cost. So some of these sports shops, you know, they throw in a lot of cost on top for the shipping and everything that I wasn't aware of. I looked at some Suzukis, was somewhat interested in that. I didn't really get to try out too many motorcycles. I did get to sit on some Ninja 400s. They looked really interesting to me. I like the Ninja 400, but I was concerned that after a short time I might be upgrading if I got a Ninja 400. I think with a 650 it's going to last me a little bit longer. I'll get a solid year out of it or more. And I got this motorcycle used. Somebody was selling it. I only had 600 miles on it. That's the story behind the Ninja 650 that I'm currently riding. Hope you guys have a great day. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video. And remember, it's not about the destination, it's about the ride, baby. Yeah! Still got my Dragonfly, buddy.